It's Nororcus here, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing my first impressions of a new anime-style battle royale game called Fate Trigger. As someone who plays a lot of Fortnite, I'm always interested in seeing what new games are bringing to the table. I was invited to their playtest and I was pretty excited to jump in. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is a playtest and for some reason there were no European servers available. That means my whole experience was with about 200 ping, which for a fast-paced shooter basically makes it unplayable. So this isn't really a full review, but rather my initial thoughts on the experience I had. Right from the moment you launch the game, you're hit with a pretty significant frustration. There's no tutorial, no lobby to explore your settings. It just forces you straight into a match. And I really wish games would stop doing this. I want to adjust my sensitivity, get my graphics and FPS settings right, and just generally get the feel for the options before I'm in a live fire situation. Instead, my first match was spent fumbling through menus while getting instantly melted by other players. It's not a great first impressions and immediately puts you on the back foot. Once you do get your settings sorted, you start to get feel for the core gameplay. It feels like a fairly standard battle royale. You drop in, you loot, you fight to be the last one standing. But one of the first things that stood out to me was the time to kill. It's incredibly fast in this game. You get lasered from across the map and be dead in what feels like 2 seconds. I'm not sure if my high ping made it feel worse. I would assume it does. There's very little time to react once you are in someone's sight. I'd personally like to see that it adjusted to allow a bit more counterplay when fighting other enemies. After that first match, I finally got to dig into the menus and discovered that Fate Triggers is like a hero shooter at its core. I would say much like Apex Legends. The characters are divided into like 4 classes: Assault, Support, Recon, and Defender. It seems like a pretty basic hero shooter classes. Like the support classes can do healing skills, the Recon character can spot enemies through walls. All pretty standard you see in every hero shooter, pretty much. You have the Assault characters, which are gonna be more focused on mobility and just getting to your enemies and killing them. I really love this Assault character. They have like a cool ultimate that can launch your whole team up in the air and you can kind of drop on your enemies. I think that's a really cool concept for a battle royale game. It kind of reminds me of using the Octane's launchpad in Apex Legends. I think that's why I like it so much, because that was kind of my favorite character in Apex, so I was really happy with that character. Another thing this game does really well is looting. You just run over loot and it automatically equips upgrades and attachments for you. It's such a fantastic feature, and I think one reason why I still play Fortnite and love it so much is the fact that the looting system is so simple. I just don't want to spend my time managing attachments. I just want to grab my weapons and go and kill people. I think they really nailed that in this game. I feel like every new battle royale that tries to come to the market should adopt this kind of feature. Just in general, I want more action and less inventory management in my video game. Now, let's talk about the gunplay. Honestly, I'm not completely sold on it. It feels a bit like a mobile game to me. I'm actually not sure if they're having a mobile version planned, but the overall feeling of the combat and the UI design kind of seems like it was straight from a mobile title. It's not necessarily a deal breaker to me, but it's really not something I like to see in my PC shooter. But on the plus side though, I do like the anime aesthetics. I feel like these stylized games have just more of a timeless look compared to like the realistic ones. This one seems to have kind of a sci-fi world with some cool visual flair. I'm always up for games picking this kind of art style. I just like it more than your realistic ones. I think one of the biggest negatives for this playtest is the performance. It's pretty bad. With my 3080 and 5800 X3D, I was averaging about 80 FPS on low settings on 1080p. I don't think that's enough frames for like a competitive fast-paced shooter. It's just not gonna cut it when I'm playing Fortnite with 200 FPS average. So this seems to be a pretty common problem with all the new Unreal 5 games that I played, and based on like my experience, if the game runs poorly already on the testing phase, it most likely is gonna run poorly on the release. But I'm hoping they can optimize it. I'm not gonna hold my breath for that though. After my few battle royale matches, I saw that the game unlocked this team deathmatch mode for me, and I have to say I actually enjoyed it more than the battle royale mode. I kind of wish they would lean more towards this kind of team deathmatch mode than the battle royale. I felt like the time to kill was more fitting for this kind of an arena, small TDM than the large-scale battle royale game. It was really chaotic, action-packed, and a lot of fun. Even with the high ping, I was able to like actually enjoy my time in this one. I can't wait to kind of experience it with like a proper ping. I think this would be their kind of opportunity here, because I feel like the winners of the battle royale genre has already picked, and it's gonna be really hard to compete with those games. I just don't see why would I play this game over like Fortnite if I wanted to play a battle royale game. But I could see myself playing this game over Marvel Rivals if it was like a more team deathmatch, kind of more of an arena shooter based hero shooter. So there might be some kind of an opportunity there. So, my first impressions with the Fate trigger are a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, I love some of the ideas. The hero abilities are cool, the auto-looting is brilliant, and the anime aesthetics is awesome. But on the other hand, the experience is dragged down by some of the major issues. Terrible performance, the mobile-like gunplay and the UI, brutally fast TTK in the BR mode, and of course the lack of EU servers, which obviously is just gonna be for this playtest. I'm sure they're gonna have EU servers later on. That would be terrible if they didn't. Though I've seen that happen before, so I'm not feel like it's a guaranteed thing, but I definitely give it a Fate trigger another try when they have it in European servers up and running. So I want to experience the game with a decent ping. But for now, I think it's a game with a lot of potential, but it's being held back quite a bit with all the flaws. But yeah, what do you think? Do you see the potential in Fate trigger? Could it be like a successful hero shooter instead of Battle Royale? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching. I hope you see you in the next one. Bye bye.